The batsmen are just going to have to take their time, get in, and capitalise later in their innings.
Yep, and target this short end.
Correct.
And that has been spanked down the ground.
That's exactly what we were talking about here as far as the commentary box is concerned. Matthew Collins thought he was as safe as a bank. No, missed him by less than a metre, I would say. The Hassan really got hold of that one.
Yeah, he smacked that, but again, it was sort of through at that catchable sort of height.
Yes, it was. It was
been able to pick the gap a couple of times here, Azaz. So, well, they say fortune favours the brave, and perhaps it might be his day.
Well, he's made his intent known to most, and hasn't he? Anything that's up in the region of the slot, he's going to take advantage of.
Well, he advanced down the track, didn't he? He took him on. So,
Wilson comes back in.
Oh, and again, hitting through that second slip area, Azaz this time, and just the single. Genuine edge, I think, there, Botters.
Absolutely. Very well bowled. Good finish to the over. End of the third, none for 20, KCC. Few chances, few half chances.
Some entertaining cricket, Botters.
Absolutely.
Sun's out again here at the KCC. I think we're going to have this all day. This the overcast conditions will come in, rock in from time to time, but the sun is well and truly out at the moment. It'll be very, very hot out there for the players.
I think the players will be welcoming that cloud cover when it does come across. Roy Vasher standing at the bowling club end today as Rao comes back in to bowl his second. Full toss.
Well, they'd be disappointed he didn't deal with that. Full toss outside off stump. Really a bit of a gift, and you'd want to be looking to put those away, Botters.
Yeah, you rarely see Azhar missing out when you have that sort of delivery to him. He normally takes full advantage.
He may not have picked it up. He may not have picked it up. He sort of looked like he held right back on
I think that's very possible. Stroke to mid-on, slight misfield, they're going to come through for one.
Good running there from the batsman. Slight misfield, and they were very, very quick to pounce on that run.
Dhananjay Rao, wonderful young up-and-coming fast bowler, part of the national setup now. Left arm, moves ball in the air. He's seems to have started well today, Matthew.
Yeah, most certainly. He's got lovely action too. So, hopefully for the young man, he can put in a good performance today.
I was surprised actually to see him opening at that end. I thought he might have been utilised at this end. I thought I might have seen spin the whole time at that end, bowling club end.
Yeah, we've seen that long end. We've seen spin very, very hard to get away, and I think you'll see both teams pretty much implementing that spinner from that end policy for the most part in their innings. So we'll see. And again, well run there, just pushed that to mid-off, and an easy single in the end, but no hesitation from the batsman. Thrall comes in again, Azaz Khan. And he pushes that down to long on for a single. Some tidy bowling here. KCC not getting away from LSW. A solid start, I guess you'd say, at none for 22, but by no means have they got off to a flyer. Bubba Hyatt now on strike. Oh, and that's a delightful delivery. Played and missed there, Bubba Hyatt. Could have easily got a little tickle on that, but fortunately for him, he didn't. Squeezed out there to a mid-wicket area, no run. And that's the end of the over with KCC on none for 23. a solid start, I guess you'd say, Botters.
Yeah, solid start, but again, good over by Rao there, just 3 off it.
Yeah, a little unlucky for him. He didn't get a tickle on that one to Bubba Hyatt.
Yeah.
He genuinely beat him all ends up.
Looks like they can bowl most in for his 3rd over from the
Yes.
clubhouse end.
As Mosen comes in now to Azaz Khan.
Oh, too high. Great delivery, but it looked too high from.
Yeah, kept
from
a little
him.
bit low. Azaz looking to pull that one, and it just certainly wasn't of enough height to be playing that sort of shot. So
Certainly didn't take off like the one that took Azaz's helmet.
no. Perhaps he's looking for that short one again. A little bit nervous, perhaps.
Yeah, quite possibly. Mosin. Keeper's come up now.
Yeah, not a bad idea. We saw Azaz in that last over in particular advance a couple of times down the track, so I think a good move here from LSW.
Yeah, very, very good move. Just putting that pressure on, not letting Azaz take full control. Last over from this end, and short end Matthew in the power play.
Yes, they'll be looking to take full advantage, but some good bowling. And Mosen, a big appeal there. He looks disappointed, the big man, but not out according to umpire Tosif Pukhari. Our umpires today, Tosif Pukhari, Sharoy Vacher, and 3rd umpire is Niaz Ali. That one seems to have got butter on the forearm. Might be a little bit of blood there.
End of this over, Matthew. Maybe I might take this opportunity to go through the KCC starting 11 today. Jamie Atkinson, skipper. Simandeep Singh, the fittest man in Hong Kong. Bubba Hyatt, the big off-season recruit, with Azaz Khan out there opening the batting. Ahan Trivedi, the 16-year-old off-spinner. Atiq Iqbal. Chris Carter. Samir Shahi, the Premier League debut has been handed to him today, to Samir. Jay Davidson, the Namibian Nightmare. Vikas Sharma and Wakas Barkat, and 12th and 13th man duties, Jaden Botfield and Parth Bhagwa.
Very nice. So the young man playing his first game today.
He is. He's played last season with the Pakistan Association from Nepalese origin. Wonderful young fast bowler.
Bowls right arm fast. I understand.
Yeah, he does with very good pace. Just wondering injury to Bubba.
Yeah, it's saw a little bit of blood there. We're a little bit too far away to get much of a better read on it than that. But
taking their time with him.
And how's the LSW team shaping up today, Bodders?
Just bring that up now for you, Matthew.
Okay. Players taking this opportunity to get themselves a drink. We are only a few overs in, but as we mentioned, it's a very warm day out there today, so players taking every opportunity they can to sneak a drink.
Yeah, well deserved already. Looks like they've gone with exactly the same playing 11 that they did in their opening victory. Isan Khan, captain. Nathan Keller, Dhananjay Rao, Ishan Ayaz, very dangerous batsman. Ibrahim Shah Muhammad, Mayran Zeb, Mohsin Khan, Bilal Akhtar, wonderful leg spin bowler. Rumashupal Rupasinghe, Tanvir Ahmed, veteran quick. Muna Ahmed Dar, another veteran but spinner. Muhammad Jafar Khan and Daksh Mankura, the 12th 13th man. And Ange Doshi, young Ange Doshi, I think, is the 12th man duties actually. Matthew.
Fantastic. And there's another Premier League fixture, I understand, was as well up at the Hong Kong Cricket Club.
Yeah, we'll take you around the grounds for Veggie Kingdom there very shortly.
So they're playing Pakistan Association, aren't they?
They are. Crucial game for both clubs up there today as well. What's happening up there? HKCC batting, first one for 22 in the 5th over. And that's for Veggie Kingdom. Veggie Kingdom, 7th floor VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road TST. Veggie Kingdom aims to infuse Cantonese vegetarian culture with modern culinary elements to create new and unique vegetarian dishes. Superb place to go, Matthew.
Most certainly, mate. Look, I'm not a vegetarian, but I am willing to learn.
Look, if ever I'm a vegetarian, it's within the walls of Veggie Kingdom.
And the $64 million, we went around the grounds there to Hong Kong Cricket. The $64 million question, Bodders. Who's the man out? Do we know who the man out is?
The man out?
Is it the man, Martin Kutia, or is he still at the crease?
Well, we've got Nazakat Khan and Shah at the wicket now, so let's see how many Martin... Well, very crucial wicket. Caught Hafiz, bowled Tanweer Afzal for 1 or 4 balls.
Well, that's bigger than Texas for Pakistan Association. So
sitting on the bottom of the table, Pakistan Association, 2 games without a victory, probably out of contention already. But with a big win,
you never know.
It could come down to net run rate later in the tournament.
We're still fairly early in this tournament, so anything can happen yet.
Looks like Bubba's back up on his feet.
He certainly had a good break there. It's been a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, it has been a very decent break there.
So a little bit of blood.
Everything's all right.
He seems okay.
It certainly looks like he's going to carry on. Looks like we've got people all over the world joining us on YouTube today, Matthew. I can see Australia represented, India,
very nice.
Canada, Nepal,
wonderful.
The UK.
Wonderful.
Coming in from everywhere.
Welcome
Feel
to
free
everybody.
to, if you want to put anything up on the chat, any questions, we'll try to assist. Mohsin back to the top of his mark. Umpire says play.
Oh, and that's a big hit down the ground. That's a big 6. What a comeback there from Bubba High.
Well, Bubba is certainly showing no ill effects of whatever it was. He's just absolutely put that straight back over the bowler's head into the KCC pavilion for 6 runs.
After copping one on the wrist or the forearm area, having a nice little break there, he would have been pretty happy to see a nice length ball bowled to him at the short end.
He certainly enjoyed it, didn't he?
Just can't afford to overpitch when bowling from this KCC pavilion end. I mean, for these players of this sort of calibre, I mean, really, these hits will go for 6 straight. So, really got to get it just short of a length.
Well, Mohsin puts one down the leg side for a wide, and it's gone through for byes. At least 2. Bob is coming back.
He'll be disappointed with that, Mohsin. Sort of up until the last couple of balls, he's been very, very tough to get away and very tidy up until this point.
I just think the big 6 down the ground put him off. He tried to take a little bit of pace off, run the fingers across the ball, and just got it wrong. Yeah.
Yep.
Mohsin.
No run there. Worked away to mid-wicket.
I see Tobias Hogg's joined us on the YouTube. He's
Mr. Hogg. I played golf with Mr. Hogg yesterday.
Is that right? Captain of the Saracens?
He nobbled me by a shot.
There you go. Well, he's just wondering, is there any room left up on the top deck of the pool? Well, it is pretty. The crowd has come in today, Tubbs. There's no doubt about it. But there are still a couple of spots up there for you if you'd like to come down. Quite a long 5th over here, Matthew.
It certainly is.
Mohsin comes in to complete it.
Oh, and well bowled and well defended there.
Very respectful on that one, Bubba. Very respectful.
Most certainly, but that's that length, isn't it? Just slightly short of a length. Can't do much with those.
Score goes along to none for 33.
So we've got a change of bowling here. Spin coming on from that top end. We mentioned that earlier, that was the end that you're going to see the most spin. So it's Hassan Khan from that top end. He'll be very hard to get away, I feel, today.
It is Hassan Khan. It's not surprising to see him bowl the last over of the power play from that end. None for 33 with 1 over left in the power play. He's a wonderful competitor.
Oh, he really is. He's a terrific bowler. I think KCC would be almost well inclined just to sort of see him off a little bit here.
It would be a smart move. I mean, in their first game against USRC up at Mission Road, he bowled 4 overs, 3 for 6.
Yeah, he can certainly hurt you.
There's not a run there for Azaz.
And I guess that's the thing, Vodders, even in this short format, you know, being able to sort of analyse an opposition's strengths and weaknesses is really, really crucial. If you know that they've got a bowler that can really, really hurt you, you know, you've got to have some plans for them.
Absolutely. If I was Calvin Cricket Club, I'd be happy with 5 or 6 and over from this end.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
Five is fine. And then from the shorter end, you know, you can be looking at getting 8s to 10s.
That's where you want and later on,
Yeah.
you know, your 12 to 15s as we usually see. Can't.
Oh, and he's rocked back on that and he just couldn't get it away.
Didn't get the timing right on that one.
No,
I
he
think.
didn't. We've seen a lot of wickets in these first couple of weeks from this top end. I think batsmen getting frustrated, holing out. We've seen far less action this KCP.
Yes. Hassan.
Oh, and that's kept lower. He squirreled that one away to a short third and they've got through for 1.
Wonderful delivery, just pushed through on, found the bottom edge of Azar's bat, and it's a single down to a short third man.
Definitely kept a little lower that one.
It did. It's something to watch as the day goes on, the possible variable bounce.
Bubba, they're looking to change guard. I think he's going to an off-stump guard by the looks of it.
Look, I don't mind that. Just trying to take a little bit control of the situation and mix it up for a son.
Oh, that is huge.
And that is over the pool, and I would say probably into the pool at the KCC.
I am thinking that is one wet cricket ball. That has gone a long way. So
I don't know how many lap swimmers we've got over there at the moment, but they might have welcomed.
Well, hopefully not many bodders. That was a big hit.
We will see a slight delay in play here while a new ball comes out, being brought out by third umpire Niaz Ali.
Niaz relatively new to the umpiring game, but it's great to see, you know, both current or you know, not long out of the game players getting involved in umpiring, because we need umpires for the game, and you know, it's really good to see someone like Niaz stepping up and you know, going through his various coaching credentials and really being excited about umpiring at the highest level.
Look, Niaz is a wonderful example of people who really put in the cricket Hong Kong. He's a wonderful player in his own right.
Terrific
He's a
player.
wonderful coach, and now moving up the umpiring ranks.
Now, very good to see. Can't have the game without umpires, my friend.
No, that's right. They don't always get it right, but none of us do. We've got Shiroi at the bowling club end this afternoon, Matthew.
Yes, I spoke to Shiroi pre-game. He was pretty pumped about today's game. So
It's his first game down at the KCC. He's been up at Mission Road the first 2 rounds. As the ball has now new ball back with his son, who was dispatched unceremoniously over the pool pavilion by Bubba Hyatt. And that is a much better delivery, and umpire Shiroi says not. Isan.
Maybe height there, perhaps. It's very hard to tell on an angle, but I'd have to look.
Hands on hips, very disappointed. Last ball of the power play. Moved along to none for 40. Would they be happy with that, Matthew? What would have been the plans going out there?
I think they definitely would. You know, in the first 2 games that the KCC played, they've lost a lot of wickets in the power play, and you know, just forgetting the runs column for a moment, just to have no wickets down, I think that really does now give them a great platform to be able to go on and get that sort of 150, 160 we talked about pre-game.
It's crucial to build that platform, isn't it, as far as the early innings is concerned. Get through the power play without a loss of wicket and now establish that platform.
I mean, look, you don't have to be none down, but you certainly don't want to be more down than, say, 2, I think. I think that's got to be where most teams are looking at as their worst case scenario.
And the 40 runs, I think they'd be relatively comfortable with that. Just
now we've got a
7
change of bowling here, Bodders, at this KCC Pavilion in Tanvir Ahmed. Terrific bowler as well,
wonderful experience.
Really looking forward to seeing how he goes today.
He's always consistent.
Yeah.
He's always dangerous. And as we say, we'll probably see quick. We probably won't see any spin from this end today.
Oh, you'd be a brave man to put spin on from the short end, I think.
Just going around the grounds for Veggie Kingdom before Tanvir gets us back underway. 1 for 26, Hong Kong Cricket Club off 6.2 overs. Quite a 4.1 and over.
Yeah, slowish start, and obviously Pakistan Association getting the prize wicket of Martin Kusia there.
That's right. It's Tanvir.
Oh, and that's a leaping cobra there. That took off from a fairly good length and struck Azaz on the gloves. Squirreled away there to square leg for a single. Yeah, that was a leaping cobra, Potters.
Yeah, and it wasn't that quick either. It just seemed to really bite off the wicket.
It just seemed to roll the fingers over it, and it took off.
Making a few slight adjustments to the field before the second delivery. Ahmed.
And pushed away there. It's that cover point region for a single.
Very easy single. Tim Cutler seems to be with us today, Matthew.
Ah, g'day Tim, how are you, mate? I hope all is well over there in sunny Vanuatu. Tim Cutler, the CEO of Vanuatu Cricket, and just recently moved into the role, formerly the CEO of Hong Kong Cricket. So
wonderful contributor to the Hong Kong game whilst he was here. Wonderful pickup for Vanuatu.
Advancing again, Azaz, and they've just snuck through there
for
a leg by.
Might have been close at the non-strikers end there.
No, not called a leg by umpire Bakari, so obviously got a little inside edge on that. Or
Tim Cutler, also a crucial member of the emerging cricket platform.
Yes, a wonderful platform, emerging cricket. So for any of you guys out there, do look them up on Twitter and Facebook. They give the associate cricket world a lot of coverage, and
wonderful supporters of the associate cricket.
It's really become the one-stop shop for all news associate cricket. So yeah, definitely look that one up.
A lot of noise out there from the little Saiwan players.
They've started to get a bit louder out there. I must say, so far they've sort of been a little on the quiet side, I'd have to say.
Yeah, Tanvir into the attack. A lot of field position changing.
And that has kept lower.
That one didn't get up at all. But
going down leg was my first thought there, Bodders.
Yeah, even though it didn't get up, it may have been a little bit high also.
No, I think it might have been missing leg.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from our vantage point. You're definitely right, Matthew. Definitely missing leg stump.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too high.
Now, Bubba Hyde, I think, will be eyeing this short boundary here at the KCC Pavilion end. He's got himself a little bit of a platform here in this innings, and I think he'll be looking to unleash a little now.
He'll be eyeing off Cox's Road, I would suggest.
I think so.
Tanvir comes in again.
And that again has taken off a little, hasn't it?
Yeah. Just seeing that inconsistent bounce, just tucked around the corner, down for 1. Bubba's now moved up to 24, as I was on 16. None for 44. Coming up to the end of the 7th over. Cloud cover just starting to come across a little now.
just almost feel like it's dropped a few degrees.
Yeah, a bit of breeze. I'll try to bring up the Veggie Kingdom weather wall soon so we can just check in.
Oh, and that has been nicked away there. Down to third man. They're looking to come back for a second, but the throw wasn't good enough. I think a good throw there might have seen him in a little trouble.
That was good running at the end. Good running. Sees the end of the 7th over. Carlin Cricket Club move along to none for 46. Veggie Kingdom weather wall. Still 31 degrees, Matthew. Feels like 38, so it has cooled off a little bit, but not too much. Veggie Kingdom, 7th floor, VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST, for all your vegetarian delights.
Wonderful. Botters.
Shirt sponsors this year for
Great to have them on
Carlin
board.
Cricket Club, Veggie Kingdom. Wonderful to have them on board. You can see the wonderful logo both on the front and back of Bubba and Azaz's shirt out there.
Now LSW, they're looking at, so they're sponsored by Jewel Layer, is it? Do you know much about Jewel Layer?
I don't actually, Matthew. Maybe you can.
Maybe we'll be able to find something out a little bit about them as well.
Now Hassan's just come on and bowled the 1 over, and now they're going to throw the ball to Bilal Akhtar.
It's all happening here at the KCC, Botters.
Probably trying to mix it up a little bit. Probably didn't like seeing the ball going over the pool pavilion into the pool. Removed himself from the attack and says to the young man, "You come on and bowl your leg spin to Bubba."
That was certainly a huge strike there into the KCC swimming pool.
Biggest we've seen for a long time, I would say.
Yes, indeed. Just, am I feeling a little bit of rain here, Botters? Am I feeling a little something?
There's certainly moisture in the air, and there's certainly the breeze has got up a little bit, and there is a very light shower coming down now. Nowhere near enough to put any halt to play, but there is slight precipitation coming down at the KCC. Akhtar, bowl his first delivery to Bubba Hyatt. Bubba lets that one go outside off stump and just
treated with great respect.
He did, good turn. Bubba just wanted to have a little look at that one. Akhtar again. A little bit wider that one, a little bit wider outside, pitched outside off stump and turned away.
I think he was looking for a wide there from umpire Vatcher, but not forthcoming.
Bubba certainly was looking for a wide on that one. Akhtar full toss and Bubba misses out.
Yeah, I think he'll be disappointed that was on leg stump and a full toss, and you'd really think he would have been able to do a little bit more with that, Botters.
Yeah, he would be disappointed, there's no doubt about
Short
that.
boundary on that side as well.
He didn't even really seem to try to take it on, he was looking
just
to push it around the corner.
Nurdling it,
yeah, that's right. Azaz now.
And worked that one there down to mid-on.
Just for one.
A strange old over this one, a couple of leaves and sort of a missed full toss, and
as we know, leg spin bowling very difficult to master.
Yes, it's a tough old craft.
It is, and in these conditions, and just with that slight shower, it might be
getting
a little bit
heavier
getting on
now.
the ball. Yeah,
getting a little bit heavier, so I wouldn't be surprised
well, throws that one up again.
If the umpires look to come off for a little bit here, but we'll see. Hopefully it dissipates.
Again, Bubba missing out there, Matt.
Another full toss.
He's just got to stay composed, not get frustrated. No need to do anything silly. This platform's still being established.
Oh, and that one smashed away over cover. Beautiful strike there from Bubba Hyatt, and that has raced away for the boundary.
There was absolutely nothing wrong with his timing on that one, was there? That was beautifully struck over the head of cover, out for a boundary. None for 52 after 8. They'd be well pleased.
Very pleased, I would think. So, obviously still a lot of work to do here. These two batsmen now very well set, so you'd like to think that one of them would go on, and at least one of them would go on and get a meaningful score here.
Yeah, and little side one. goes without saying. Really need a wicket here. They need to break this partnership up. Get Jamie Atkinson out there at number 3, who hasn't been scoring a lot of runs in those first 2 games.
No, and look, even though we're saying this wicket is far better one than last week, it's still not that easy to bat on.
No,
so
certainly.
So if you can get new batsmen out to the crease on a regular basis, they're going to find it tough to get in.
Yes, that's right. That's what we've seen in the previous matches here. Zaz takes his strike. Tanvir Ahmed bowling second over.
And pulled away to deep mid wicket for a single.
Along the ground all the way. Outfield's a little bit quicker this afternoon than previous matches, Matt.
Definitely, they've given it a couple of mows this week. So, we did notice last week in last week's game, a lot of balls were really struggling to get to the rope. But yeah, different story this week.
Yeah, more value for your shots this week than probably there was last week.
Certainly.
A lot of time between balls here, Matthew. A lot of time.
Yeah, they don't seem in a great deal of a hurry, but I'm not sure how they're going for timing for the overall innings.
I think we'll leave that to the umpires.
We'll do all of that. We'll leave that all to the umpires. Hitting the pads. And possibly an overthrow there. The ball hitting the stumps, but Azaz Khan.
It was all happening there on him.
Yes, it was all. Azaz Khan not looking to come back for that second. And again, we see keeper coming up to the stumps here, which I think is a good play for Azaz. He does like to advance down the track and give himself a little bit of momentum through the short end.
He's at his best when he's in control of his crease.
Yep, definitely.
Tanvir.
And smack down the ground, straight to the fielder, and just a single.
Mayron Zeb down there at mid-on. Just had to take a drink from the 12th man. Again, wonderful young cricketer, Mayron.
Very good cricketer. Tanvir comes in again from the KCC pavilion end. A big swing and a miss and a wide.
Wide down the leg side. We've seen a couple of key off-season transfers out of Little Saiwan, losing Mohammed Ghazanfar and Waqas Khan across to USRC.
Yes, USRC certainly looking a lot stronger this season, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are indeed.
In their first win of all time.
Yeah, against Pakistan Association last week.
League, yes.
It was wonderful to see. Imran Arif up there leading the USRC. They've got the bye this round, then don't play until public holiday Wednesday.
Right.
Tanvir.
And again, that leaping Cobra delivery. They get through for a comfortable one.
It really did get up. It seems to be that the slower ball, the one, the roll the fingers bites into the wicket.
Gripping, yeah.
Good over, just mixing the pace up a little bit, Tanvir.
I think that's what you've got to do.
Yeah.
And particularly lots of slower balls from this end, I feel, Botters.
See Tiki Iqbal always bowling from this end, bowling his cutters, and again took
Very
wickets
tough
for
to
not a
get
lot of
away.
runs last week. He'll be crucial this afternoon for KCC.
Yeah, very difficult to get away.
Tanvir.
And that's been struck well through that mid-wicket area. Fieldsman comes around. They'll come back for an easy 2. Almost to the hands of the fielder there at mid-wicket. It wasn't far away, Body.
No, it wasn't at all. Isan Khan over there at mid-wicket. He, for a split moment, he thought it was coming exactly his direction.
He certainly hit a few today, Azaz. Have sort of gone through at catchable height in that inner ring. Been a little bit fortunate, perhaps.
I'm not sure he's not consciously just trying to keep the ball along the ground and stay out there.
Oh.
As I say that,
and that is a very good catch. Extremely good catch there at mid-on. Struck it well, Azaz, but didn't get the height he would have wanted on it.
Commentator's curse. Oh, look, he's just He really got hold of that one, but he's just flattened it straight down to Mayer and Zeb, who's taken a very good catch because that ball was travelling.
Certainly was, Butters.
12th man, Jaden Botfield, bring a drink out to Bubba while we wait for Jamie Atkinson to come to the wicket. I think Damien will appreciate this. He's been in very early last couple of matches. He's coming in now in what are we in, the 9th over? He's coming in during 9th where more of a platform has been established. He's coming in at score on 56. I think it gives him an opportunity to get set and hopefully capitalise on this good start from Kowloon Cricket Club. Very hot here today, all the players just taking a drink. The umpires seem to have allowed a little drinks break coming up near the towards the halfway mark of the Kowloon Cricket Club innings. Little side one players enjoying the refreshments brought out by the 12th and 13th man. I mean, they'll be very happy to take that wicket and see the back of Azaz. He's very much a danger man, but there's danger men all through this KCC batting lineup. I suspect we'll see Simandeep Singh come in at number 4, Chris Carter probably at number 6, ex-national player. It's a very strong batting lineup, but equally the bowling lineup of Little Saiwan, even with the loss of Mohammad Ghazanfar in the off-season, is very strong. 9 overs gone, 1 for 59. Jamie, the new batter at the wicket. And they're going to... Bilal Akhtar will take the ball, bowl his second over. Bilal 1 over, none for 6. Got away with a few full tosses, which gives Bubba an opportunity as far as full tosses. I don't think he'll be getting away with it again. Akhtar to Bubba higher. And Bubba launches one down the ground, just fell short of the deep mid-off fielder and comes through for 1. For a moment there I thought we were going to see the back of Bubba, but well played, easy single, puts Atkinson on strike for his first ball. A few field changes, both to Hyatt. They had a long on and a long off. They've brought long on up for Jamie. They've also brought deep mid wicket up. They're shifting from a short fine leg round to a short third man, and there's a fine leg on the boundary down here for Atkinson. So just a few more infielders in there than there was for Hyatt.
Indeed, and Jamie probably won't be looking to muck around too much here. Oh, that's a lovely delivery.
What a wonderful delivery. Wonderful
But
delivery.
He does need to give himself a few balls to get in. We know what an explosive player he can be, and there's no ground in the world that's big enough to hold him when he's going.
No, not at all. I'd like to see him push it round for a few singles, just get the pace of the wicket, let Bubba do big hitting for this next couple of overs. So
yeah, good call.
It's a little bit short. Atkinson rocks back
very powerfully out there to whitish cover area.
Scattered those pigeons, which were enjoying themselves in front of the cricket nets over there. They've had to move themselves from a deep extra cover round to... They're out on the long on side now. They've made the move all the way around to the pool pavilion. Akhtar again. Throws that one up a little.
And spanked down to mid-off for a single. Really needs to take the responsibility upon himself here, Bubba, and go on and make a big one. He's got himself off to a wonderful start. Plenty of batting left in the sheds. Yeah, big opportunity for him today to go on and get a big score.
Yeah, he'd be really looking forward to that big score and repaying KCC for the off-season recruitment. There's a full toss that Jamie punches down to deep long off just for the single again. Jamie just taking that little bit of time that you wanted him to do, Matthew.
Yeah, most certainly.
Bubba can strike rate around 107 at the moment. He's very pleased with that. He can really capitalise. I mean, if he's there in 6-7 overs, we'll have quite a big score.
Yeah, I would think so.
KCC. Pitches that
That's too
short, and Bubba has put that right back into the pool area where he put Isan Khan previously. You cannot drop short to Bubba Hyatt. He will put you away. That's another one in the pool area.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see if they can retrieve that one. Went a little squarer than his 6 earlier in the innings, but they may struggle to find that one.
It could have gone as far as over into the USRC.
It may have. It was a big hit, certainly, but certainly can't drop short like that to a player of Bubba Hyatt's capabilities and the fact that he's already got his iron pretty well here today.
No, an actor, I'd be very disappointed with that. That was the final ball of his over. He bowled a very good one. It was only 4 off the over to that point, and then short delivery, loose delivery, and Bubba gave it what it deserved.
And really getting it, 10 runs from that top end in any over from that top end,
bonus.
You take that all day long.
Absolutely. 1 for 69 now. The end of the 10th, the halfway mark of this innings. You can see Tanvir bowl his 3rd over. He normally, not unusual to see Tanvir bowl his 4 overs straight through.
Yeah, he likes to keep going, doesn't he? Now, Tanny will be continuing here from this KCC pavilion. It'd be really interesting to see here. Does Jamie go at him straight away?
I think anything in the slot, anything short, he will, Matthew. I think he will.
Or does he just knock it around and let Bubba do the big hitting from this end?
I think if it's there to hit, Jamie's going to hit it now.
Got to be short of a length here. Can't get too full. Can't get in his wheelhouse.
Got to be back of a length.
And worked away there to a shortish fine leg for an easy single. Well, I think that that sort of pre-game score that we were sort of talking about, that 150, 160s, certainly definitely on here.
Oh, well and truly on. Well and truly on. The halfway mark. Crowd really building up nicely now.
Yeah, quite a few people coming into the KCC now. See a few people standing around with a nice icy cold drink, enjoying the play. That rain that we had a little bit earlier that was threatening, for the time being anyway, seems to have left us. So that's some good news there.
Yeah, the weather report's prediction's pretty much spot on, isn't it? They said, a bit overcast, maybe a chance of a light shower. Doesn't look like we'll get anything in the near future. Tanvir tucked away. That's just a slight misfield there. It was clean field and it might have been close.
He's, for a big man, Jamie's surprisingly quick between the wickets. I think even without the misfield, I think he would have been pretty safely home. And the running between the wickets is certainly, I think, something that KCC have really sort of worked pretty hard on over the past few seasons, and it's been a bit of a feature of their game. There doesn't seem to be too much hesitation. Hopefully that's not commentators' curse there.
No.
They're botters.
Tanvir.
And well bowled there.
And look, although Bubba's only new to the Kowloon Cricket Club, only playing his 3rd Gencor Premier League T20 game today. Of course, these two at a national level have batted a lot together over the years and know each other's games inside out.
Yeah, most certainly, and you can throw Azaz Khan into the mix, of course, there. I'm not sure how much you followed the All-Stars over the summer, the All-Stars fixtures. Bubba got that massive 150. I think Jamie got a big 100 as well in some of those round games. That's a short ball, slower ball.
Yes, a wide. I was wondering when the umpire was going to extend those arms.
Geez, the pace was really off that one, wasn't it?
The All-Star Series has been a wonderful event put together by Cricket Hong Kong, and with travel restricted obviously during these COVID times and the national team not being able to play as regularly as they have been. The All-Stars seeing the best of the best in Hong Kong under different team banners, the Kowloon Cantons and the Territory Tigers. I think it's been a wonderful wonderful
definitely
event.
A great innovation, and where possible I watched as many of those games as I possibly could. There was some great cricket in very hot trying conditions, I might add.
Over those summer months, it's very, very humid. Pitches
and that's
that one up.
Full ball. Good throw, but just a single there. It's mid-off. Well, he felt he might have got away with one there, Tanny. That was really in the slot there to be dealt with. He couldn't quite get a hold of it.
Next All-Star Series coming up in November, I think, Matthew.
Terrific.
50 overs, I think. Also running the All-Star Series at an under-16 level, and we've seen some tremendous cricket from the young juniors at the under-16 level, and it's been a great opportunity for them to play against the best of the best at an under-16 level across their, from playing together with players from different clubs.
Yeah, great innovation.
Again, another long over here from Tonby. Leg side.
I think that'll just be a leg by there. Umpire Tasib Bakari concurring.
Women's Premier League was on here this morning.
Yes, indeed. What was the result in that? I did watch quite a bit of it, but I kind of missed the end of it. What was the...
The Jade Jets ended up having quite a comfortable victory.
Okay. Well, there was some stunning run-outs. There was 3 brilliant direct hits. Terrific stuff from the fielders in that game.
Some wonderful fielding was seen, yes. Tanvir again taking a long time between balls to set the field.
Yes.
Final ball in the 11th over.
And again, just holding up in the wicket there, but just noodled away to that point area.
Very, very noticeable that the ball just holding up in the wicket there, and it's something that I mentioned earlier. So Iqbal will look to take full advantage of later in the day.
Yeah, and I think the other one to keep an eye on from the short end as well is the Namibian Nightmare, J.U. Davison. He'll look to get sort of short of a length, and I think he'll probably, in the main, he'll probably bowl slower balls.
He's a tremendous bowler for Kowloon Cricket
It's
Club.
not easy bowling from this pavilion end. For any of the teams playing here, it's a real challenge. It's a much shorter end. I don't know, the boundary is probably 20 or 30% shorter at this end. So if you get it wrong, you can really get murdered. So there is very much an art to bowling from this end. You just can't get too full, otherwise you will be dispatched.
It's interesting, Matthew. I was just having a look at the Manhattan there, and haven't had an over with the score over 10, it would seem, as yet.
Right, okay. So fairly consistent.
Going at 6.8, I think they'll be relatively happy with that. Wickets in hand, can accelerate into the latter overs. So that
Muniadar, it looks like, yeah.
Coming on from the bowling club end.
So he'll bowl some leggies, I assume.
Left arm.
As Munia comes in from the bowling green end. And again, keeping low there. Atkinson not being able to get that one away. Well bowled there from Muniadar, giving Atkinson no room to get that one away. As the breeze gets up here at KCC and just getting a little overcast again. Advances down the track and he gets that fine, but I think just the one and a good bit of fielding down there. And you'd think Bubba Hyatt now would be very much looking to get on with it and looking to punish anything loose from the bowlers here. Just a slight field change there, just bringing the cover a little squarer, deep cover, and beautifully bowled there from Dar. Very experienced campaigner, former Hong Kong international for many years.
He's been a wonderful campaigner for many years.
Great servant to Hong Kong cricket, and with bat and ball bowlers, obviously he's well known for his bowling, but batting as well. He's
won many games for his teams over the years with the bat.
Shorter one, but
again, no run.
Tough to get away.
Fielded by Isam.
Bowling quite straight here. Not giving batsmen any width.
Making a slight change to his field, just pushing the man a deep fine, much squarer. Deep square leg now and a deep mid wicket out for the final ball of the over. Bubba rocks back on that one and a single out to cover to complete the over. Kowloon Cricket Club move along to 1 for 77. That was a wonderful over.
That was a very good over. Just what the doctor ordered for little side one. KCC perhaps looking to push things along a bit, but that was a tremendous over.
See Bubba's calling for his helmet. He's going to take the cap off and put the helmet back on. Is it Mohsin being thrown the ball again?
Is that a young Jaden Botfield, also known as Harry Styles?
It is young Jaden out there taking Bubba his helmet. Yes, the HKC Hong Kong Cricket Club boys have christened Jaden Harry Styles due to his sporting haircut.
We might now just look to go around the grounds with Veggie Kingdom, another important Premier League fixture up at Hong Kong Cricket Club today between the Hong Kong Cricket Club and Pakistan Association. We'll check in on that one in just a moment.
Yeah, Matthew, let's go around the grounds for Veggie Kingdom. Veggie Kingdom, 7th floor, VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST. And up at the Hong Kong Cricket Club, I've just had to double check my eyes here and make sure I'm reading the right score, because the score is HKCC are 1 for 77, the exact same score that we have here at the Kowloon Cricket Club.
It's Groundhog Day.
Mohsin.
So I can only assume that Nizakat might be getting on with it up there, is he?
Actually, yeah, he's moved along to 32 off 33 balls with Kinshit 31 off 42, so they're a little bit further advanced in their overs. It's the end of the 13th over up there now, and they're 1 for 70. Yeah, around the grounds, as always, brought to you by Veggie Kingdom. Veggie Kingdom aims to infuse Cantonese vegetarian culture with modern culinary elements to create new and unique vegetarian dishes.
Delicious, Butters.
Delicious. Kowloon Cricket Club Premier League team had their season opening dinner down there a few weeks back and enjoyed it enormously as Mohsin comes in.
Well bowled. Very, very well bowled there by Mohsin. Again, not giving Atkinson any width whatsoever, and tough to get away.
Yeah, you've seen the fall of the wicket just slow the run rate up here, haven't you?
Most certainly. But some great bowling at both ends.
Khan round the wicket to Atkinson.
Oh, and that has been crunched by Atkinson. That mid-wicket area, one bounce and over the rope for 4. He really leaned back on that beautifully, didn't he?
He didn't miss out on that at all, and we nearly had a disaster with one pigeon nearly creating a terrible incident there, but pigeon just picked up the line of the ball before it was about to crash into him, and all is well that has ended well. As the ball comes back from, that nearly went up on the ground up on the Cox's Road up there.
Yeah. Well, I just wonder if that boundary now is going to get Atkinson going.
He certainly got hold of that one.
He's shown a bit of patience thus far, but he is batting at this short KCC pavilion end, and I think you might find him start to play a few shots now.
That's a better length from Mohsin there. Jamie was initially looking to hurry back for a second run there, but Bubba says no. The return was fired back into the keeper. Tanvir Ahmed down here at log on, right in front of our commentary box position, having a chat to Mohsin. Just giving a little bit of advice regarding his line and length, I would say.
Bubba works that one away to dip mid-wicket again. Just the single. You could see him look to clear that front leg, Bubba. He's definitely looking to go.
Khan continuing around the wicket to Atkinson. that one was more pitched up, and Jamie just punches it down the ground to Tanvir Ahmed along off for a single to complete the over. Again, the batsmen seem to be just going to take a little drink. It is very, very warm, Matthew, here today still.
Yeah, it is. I think you'll see quite a few changes of gloves today, Botters. Yeah, everyone taking every opportunity they possibly can to get some water into themselves.
Partnership now 26 between Atkinson and Hyatt. One for 85.
Dar will continue again from this KCC bowling green ends. Terrific first over, Botters.
It was indeed. It was
just giving the batsman absolutely no width.
Only 2 runs coming from it. Jamie advances, chips it out to a deep mid-wicket for a single.
I'm not convinced he made as good an effort as he could have, that fieldsman down there. I think he could have almost got there, boss.
Yeah, I think he could. Maybe he didn't pick it up early enough.
Perhaps. Losing the helmet now.
Helmet gone. Cap back on head. Rocks back, punches that out to deep cover for a single. Showing patience, showing respect.
Well, I mean, he hasn't really had a lot to hit, to be fair,
no.
In recent overs, so the bowler's been quite tight.
Jamie sweeps straight to the man behind square leg, only 1 run.
Well, he's the only guy out there. Struck that very, very firmly, I think 5 metres either side, and that would have been a boundary for sure.
Went like a tracer bullet straight to the fielder.
That might be out. No, he's dropped it down there, and it looks like he's pushed it over for 6.
Yeah, Bubba's rocked back on a shorter ball there and flat batted it straight down the ground to long on, just inside the boundary, who has fumbled the chance and dropped it over the boundary for 6 runs.
Well, it's a second life he's had now, Bubba. Same area as well, same area of the ground.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
Not an easy catch, certainly a tougher one than the one earlier in the innings. Chop that one away out to deep cover for a single.
Yeah, it was certainly a more difficult chance. I think he probably was concerned about where his feet were relative to the rope.
For sure.
And the ball was travelling.
Yeah, he hit it hard.
Jamie misses that one. Struck on the pad. Muted appeal. End of the over. 10 off it. Score 1 for 95 at the end of the 14. Six overs to go, 10 and over on average from here. It put him in that 155 range.
Which is the sort of number we were talking about pre-game, that 150, 160 mark.
I think now the final overs from this pavilion end, you'll really see these two try to take advantage of the short boundaries. Bubba again, losing the cap, going back to the helmet with the bowling, with the quick coming on this end. Looks like Dhananjay Rao's going to bowl this over. Being the 15th.
Getting the helmet back now, Bubba Hyatt.
Helmet back there again. Taking every opportunity for the cap in this heat. Again, doesn't want his... Young Dhananjay Rao back into the attack. Bowled 2 overs, none for 10 from the bowling club end. Shifted ends for at least his 3rd over. 6 overs remaining. Rao comes into Hyatt. And that has been dispatched right up and over our commentary position for 6 runs. Right into the garden at the back of the KCC as Matthew Collins vacates the commentary box to retrieve the ball. Wonderful shot. We just spoke about that before the start of this over. We expect Hyatt and Atkinson now trying to take full advantage of the shorter boundaries here at the KCC, and we've seen that off the first ball. Rao did put it right into Bubba's slot, and Bubba took full advantage, hitting it over deep and off for a 6, which cleared the boundary very well. Matthew Collins is still in the process of retrieving the game ball. Yeah, you might, if you look in the back of the pictures there, you will see Matthew up there retrieving the ball, which they have located. Little helping hand from Tanvir Ahmed there, who's now got the ball, and you see him coming back onto the playing field under the nets. Sterling job there by Matthew Collins in conjunction with Tanvir Ahmed for the ball to be retrieved. Isan Khan just putting his arm around Dhananjay Rao, the young left arm quick. Just a little bit of counsel as he thinks about where he's going to bowl this next delivery to Hyatt. And that's short again, flat batted down the ground for 6 runs, just clearing the boundary. Isan Khan at long on, did not have a chance to move. It went like an absolute tracer bullet, hitting the side screen, very nearly hitting the Veggie Kingdom sign board for 2 sixes in a row at the start of this, the 15th over.
Very, very crucial runs here for the KCC. Really, up until now, they probably haven't taken full advantage of this short KCC pavilion end, but certainly Bubba now and Atkinson looking to get on with it.
Rao going to come around the wicket. The back of 2 sixes from Hyatt. In the store, and
kept low.
It did. Hyatt was winding up to go again, but very well bowled by the young man. Good fight back there. I'll tell you what, Matthew, that was a superb effort by yourself there, returning the ball
quite the
up
athlete.
There in the jungle.
Quite the athlete, mate. That's and my work's never done.
Wonderful to see his son just again having a word to the young bowler. Rao just loses his run up there on as he was about to deliver. As we see the Kennedy family join the crowd today.
Yes, indeed.
Wonderful supporters of Hong Kong cricket.
Indeed.
Wonderful
quite a few
supporters
people,
of the Kowloon Cricket Club.
Quite a few people milling into the ground now.
Rao again. Oh, right in the slot, and Bubba does not miss out again. Takes him for the 3rd 6 over, and that one is out of the Kowloon Cricket Club. Matthew, no need for you to try to retrieve that one.
No, I can save my legs, Bodders.
You can save your legs. That is gone.
That
right
is
in
a
the
big
slot.
Stride.
Son again, just coming across and giving all the captain support to Rao there. Just tell me, it's never an easy task bowling to Bubba Hyatt when he's in this mood, isn't it?
Yeah, true. But look, you can't give those sort of full-length deliveries. Now that he's well and truly into his innings, he's going to put them away more often than not.
Yeah,
just cannot afford to overpitch like that.
Score's catapulted up to 1 for 113 from 14.4 overs. Rao's still got two balls to bowl in this, and he'll be looking to get out of it as cheap as possible.
Most certainly. It's been a very, very damaging over.
As the new ball came onto the ground from the 3rd umpire, both Hyatt and Atkinson took the opportunity to just take a quick drink. And the 12th man for Little Saiwan, Ansh Doshi, also running some water out onto the ground for some of the bowlers. We have a few spectators behind the bowler's arm. I don't think it looks like it's going to hold up the game. No, Rao comes in again. And Hyatt goes again, and that is towards Cox's Road. That is the 4th 6 from this over. Up into the garden, in front of the cricket nets. Just getting his line wrong there, young Dhananjay Rao. Getting his length wrong again. And that one has been dispatched. 25 so far off the 5 balls of this over, Matthew.
Yeah, look, it's proving to be quite a devastating over. I mean, that one's gone, as you mentioned, probably 20 yards over the long boundary there at the KCC cricket net side of the ground. I'm not convinced he hit it as well as he could have.
I don't think
I don't see where it would have gone if he had actually got a hold of it.
I'm not sure he got all of it either, to be honest, but he got enough of it. He got enough of it.
Quite a long boundary across that
4th
side.
6 of the over. Rao again. Full toss, out on off stump. Hyatt single out to a deep extra cover for 1. Now, that is the 6th ball and final ball of that over, of which 26 has come.
Ouch, that's a big one for KCC. Probably got to revise our sort of forecast on the basis of that one, Botters.
Well, what have we got now? 5 overs left?
Yeah, 5 overs left. I think 150, 160 is very much on the shy side after that over. Although you never know with wickets.
No, you don't. But I mean, Hyatt and Atkinson, if they're out there for another couple of overs, they're looking more 170, 180 now.
Yeah. But as we've seen, look, if there are wickets that fall, it's not an easy wicket to get in on.
No, it's not.
So, yeah, they've still got to work pretty hard here, KCC, to put up a really serviceable total.
Isan Khan has taken the ball back into his hands. He's going to bowl the 16th over from the bowling club end.
How many's he got left, Botters? Do we know?
I think he's only bowled the one, Matthew.
He bowled at the last of the...
Yeah, 1 over, none for 7, the skipper.
Okay.
So he'll be looking to bowl 16, 18 and 20, I would argue, from that end.
Yeah, so not easy to get away. So batsmen will probably need to take a few risks here if they want to score meaningfully off him.
Again, like we've said, you probably don't have to take too many chances. You can wait for a bad ball if one comes. Isan doesn't bowl many bad balls, but if you can knock it around and get the 5, 6, maybe a double up, maybe a 7, boundary off a loose ball, take full advantage down at the short end the last couple of overs down here. I think Bubba, anything short, anything full, Bubba's going to go. Isan short, Bubba goes 6. Right up into the pool pavilion, smashes against the wall there. Too short from his son. Bubba's going to put you up there every day of the week.
Yeah, another terrific shot. He just looks in blistering form, doesn't he?
And he's moved along to, well, I think he's along to 80 now off just 47 balls as he goes again up to the boundary and caught out a deep square leg boundary. That's the end of Bubba. He was going so beautifully, but Isan, the wily competitor, put there again, a little bit fuller. Bubba tried to take full advantage but caught. Good catch on the boundary.
Yeah, it was a good catch in the end, but great innings there from Bubba Hyatt. I'm sure he would have liked to have batted through the innings, but great contribution nonetheless.
I'm just waiting for the scores to update, but I think that Bubba gone for 80 off 47 balls.
And who took the catch down there, Botters? Do we know who's taken that one?
I missed
We're
that.
a little bit far away from proceedings.
I'll be able to update you soon about the fielder. Yeah, wonderful innings from Bubba. Wonderful innings. I mean, that huge over from Rao, but he'd established and done all the hard work early to take advantage there, and he's put KCC in a wonderful position. But
so now we have Simo Singh, fittest man in Hong Kong.
Fittest man in Hong Kong, Simandeep Singh, number 20 for the KCC. Again, hasn't got many runs to his name this season in the Gencor Premier League, but he'll be looking to cash in here in the final 5 overs. I think it was Tanvir Ahmed out on the boundary taking that catch, Bubba Hyatt. Yeah, Bubba got for 81 actually, off 50 balls. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, wonderful innings. 2 4s and 9 6s. Never mind, 9 6s.
And boy, oh boy.
Isan Khan to Singh, first delivery. Singh punches that one to a short mid wicket they're putting there, putting the pressure on Singh early.
I don't mind that at all with a new batsman.
Singh rocks back, punches it. Just out into cover for a single, puts Atkinson back on strike, and that'll be his job for the next few deliveries. Atkinson 14 off his 17 deliveries faced. Two for 127 off 15.4 is Khan. Pitches up, that might be very close, and it is very close. It's more than very close. It is gone. We've seen the back of Atkinson. Isan Khan, 2 wickets in the 1 over. The prized wickets of both Hyatt and Atkinson.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's a real game changer there. Removing both of these guys in quick succession. 2 fresh batsmen at the crease. We know this wicket, it's not easy to get in on. So that's a huge one.
We said earlier with Hyatt and Atkinson out there, the 150, the 160 we're talking about at the start of the innings might maybe go up to 170, 180, but now with two new batsmen at the wicket, with Simandeep Singh, looks like Waqas Barkat, head coach of Kowloon Cricket Club, coming out to join him for these remaining overs.
I don't think he was amongst the runs last week, Wakas, but certainly in the first game of the Gencor Premier League tournament, he batted beautifully against Pakistan Associates. Look, one of the few KCC batsmen that was at ease out there. So interesting to see how he goes today. Certainly can clear the rope as well.
Yeah, he looked very comfortable. I think he got 30-odd, 38. He was the highest scorer. He certainly did look the most comfortable. Where everyone else was struggling to pick up timing, he seemed to pick up the timing right from ball one. So we see him taking his guard here to Khan, who's wonderful over, 2 wickets in it, and Atkinson looked absolutely plumb there to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was indicating he might have got a bit of bat on it. But
hard for me to see here if there was any bat on it.
Yeah.
He certainly looked adjacent. Isan comes into Barker. Barker very respectful there off the first delivery.
Just having a look from his son.
He's a wonderful bowler. He's been a wonderful bowler for many years, and that's another.
Spin definitely doing the trick from that bowling green end.
Yeah, it is, and
KCC will be looking to bring on their spinners from that end as well. KCC in this tournament this year, obviously without Dan Pascoe bowlers. Dan nursing a knee injury and a bit of a lower back injury, so we're not likely to see him back in action in Hong Kong cricket probably until October. So he'll be missing for this entire tournament, the 2020 tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Dan's wonderful bowler, Hong Kong Cricket Player of the Year last year, and he's a loss for the Kowloon Cricket Club as they try to defend their Gencor Premier League title. Now, here's an interesting move from Isan Khan. There's no Dhananjay Rao after that quite an expensive over in the previous has been replaced with spin from the pavilion end. Just looking through, the Mohsin Khan has been bowled out. Tanvir Ahmed has one left to utilise, but they've gone to Munir Ahmed Dar, who bowled wonderfully, of course, from that bowling club end earlier. He's 2 overs going for none for 12, but really going to look to cash in these short ends, even though they're the 2 new batsmen. Well bowled, well bowled. Well attempted field off their own bowling as well.
Yes, no, he bowled beautifully there, and any dot balls from this short end are gold.
A lot of noise out there from the little Saiwan fielders, seeing the back of Bubba Hyatt and Jamie Atkinson. They know that they're in this game, very much in this game, with 2 fresh batsmen out there trying to limit the total that they're going to need to chase later this afternoon. Just a few changes from Dar in the field. Deep square leg being shifted round. Dar comes back in. Oh, beautifully bowled.
Oh. What a beautiful delivery that was.
Simo just tried to dabble that down to third man, I think, for a single, and beaten all ends up outside the off stump. Wonderful campaign, Dar. Struck firmly.
It's just a single down there to a whitish mid-on.
Yeah, at the moment, 7.78 and over. Kowloon Cricket Club going along, so they'll still want to be going north of 160, no doubt about it, but you just might see that pull up a little bit with the 2 new batsmen of Singh and Barker to crease. Wonderful pink handle on Barkas's bat today. Again, some field changes being made.
So done away here with the shortish fine leg and brought an extra one into the cover region.
I'm not sure how we're going with the timing here, but there's some long overs.
There was the Bubba Hyatt injury, so they'll get some dispensation for that.
They will.
That over, they probably lost at least 5 minutes with that injury, but I'm not sure how they're going.
I think they'll also get some dispensation. There was sort of an unofficial drinks break taken at the end of towards the end of the 10th over as well,
and a few lost balls as well.
Yeah.
Which the umpires will obviously take into consideration.
Another wonderful over from Dar so far. Well bowled to Barker, just pushing to cover for a single. So he tries to assess the wicket.
And I think it might be time to maybe go around the grounds for Veggie Kingdom if you've...
Yeah, we just might see the end of this over. I'll take you around the grounds for Veggie Kingdom at the end of this over. Interesting matchup there. Delicately poised.
That one It's carved away to deep mid wicket for a single.
Now, very good over at this stage of the proceedings for Little Saiwan there. Very, very good over. Right, round the grounds for Veggie Kingdom, 7th floor, VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST. In the 18th over, Matthew Nazucket can't still at the crease, 79 from 48 deliveries. Just been joined by Ninad Shah after the fall of Gorawara for 13 off 11. Kinshid also back in the pavilion for 32 off 44 Cs. HKCC 3 for 145 coming up to the end of the 18th over. Nazucket will be eyeing off a century there, Matt.
Most certainly. So they'll be looking at sort of 165, 170 perhaps.
Yeah, probably not dissimilar to what's been targeted here by the Callan Cricket Club boys. His son again.
Singh hitting that one down to cow corner. Just the single.
Only 3 off that last over from Dar, so a very good one for Little Saiwan, putting right in this game.
Well, it was a little different to the second last over, which went for 26 down this short end, so big change. Barkat has got a hold of that one. That's a very short boundary there from the Paul Pavilion side, and he has hit that for a nice 6.
Barkat probably knows every blade of grass on this KCC. He knows the short boundaries. He knows the long boundaries. He saw that there to put straight over the top of the flying leg.
That boundary wouldn't be any more than about 40-45 metres today, that one.
Oh, I thought he was going to go again there before he just pulled out, pushes it down to a short third man for a single. Singh now.
And again, targeted that short boundary.
Very good shot, very good shot. Split
Raced
the fielders.
away.
Not 6 that time, played along the ground, but split the 2 fielders down there and races away for 4. So, first 3 balls here have been very good to KCC.
Obviously, there's a risk with those cross-bat shots, but such a short boundary that it's...
That's a fuller delivery there by Isan. Singh can't get that one away.
Yeah, such a short boundary down there that it's really good risk-reward.
Yeah, little room for error with the bowling if you're going to bowl that leg stump line. There's every chance the batsman's going to take full advantage. Isan.
And well fielded off his own bowling.
Yeah, Singh just struck that straight back to Khan there. That's the end of the over. Very happy with those last 2 deliveries he would be to get out of it. 3 for 142 at the end of the 18th. So just the 12 balls remaining. 142 on the board.
165 on, 160.
Yeah.
Thoughts, Potters?
I'm just interested to see who's going to bowl from this end. Will it be Tanvir? Will they go back to Dar? Looks like Tanvir is coming across to.
And this is a big over. This is the at the short end here. This is a big over.
Yeah, but you can see his son's gone to his most experienced quick, hasn't he?
Yeah, certainly has.
Trusting him to bowl that right length.
Not can't afford to overpitch you.
And you can't afford to be short either. You've got to be right on that back of the length, so the batsman can't take it full advantage of you. Barkat will be looking to the leg side, I would say, of the ground, and we'll see where Ahmed tries to take him on. Could be very important in the context of the whole match this over. Barkat launches. That is taken by Isan Khan on the long on boundary.
Very good catch.
A wonderful catch. Tanvir has bowled the right length there. Barkat not getting hold of that one fully, has struck it, only managing to put it straight down to Isan Khan, who has taken a very, very good catch down there at long on.
It's very interesting here. It looks as though Chris Petticoat Lane Carter will be coming out. I thought they might have bumped the Namibia Nightmare up the order.
Yeah, it wouldn't have surprised me to see Jay Davidson come in now, but I think given... interesting story actually with Chris. He wasn't scheduled to play in this game. He's actually would have been in New York if it wasn't for flight cancellation. So he has come back into the team today instead of playing 11. Will take the gloves.
Now the $64 million question, Bods, is he sporting the towel today?
I don't think I can see the towel as far as his batting is concerned. I don't think it is there.
Well, this is a first.
So it looks like the batsman did manage to cross there, so Singh will be on strike for Ahmed's second ball of his final over and that of the 19th over. KCC going along at 7.82, 3 for 142 with 11 balls remaining. Speaking of planes, as one comes across the top of the Kowloon Cricket Club, not as frequently as we used to hear them, I would suggest. Ahmed,
And that
wide,
might be a wide.
wide down the leg side.
Umpire to Steve Bakari getting into the game there.
Going to need to re-bowl that one. Yeah, Ahmed will be disappointed with that, but he's just trying to mix up the pace a little and losing it a little bit. Munadar down here at deep mid-off, playing up for the cameras. Isan having a little word in Tanvir's ear. Again, not a quick over from Tanvir, not at all. Tanvir comes in to Buck. Singh, sorry. Scoops
Well
it
bowled.
out through cover. Just the one run down there. Of course, they know Veggie Kingdom, the proud shirt sponsors this season for Kowloon Cricket Club, got their signboards all around the ground today. Wonderful restaurant down on the 7th floor, VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST. Ahmed. Carter's first ball. Down the leg side wide. Leg side wide. No time here, Matthew, for Carter really to
get himself in. No, it's go time. As I
go.
said, I'm a little bit surprised maybe Jay Davison didn't get pumped up the order there a little bit.
Yeah,
He can be quite destructive in that lower order.
we've seen them do it in similar circumstances previously. As a light shower, sun is beating down on the KCC, but there is a little bit of precipitation again. Nowhere near enough to impact the match. Just hope that's all we get. Ahmed just losing his line in this over slightly.
Oh, that one has dipped on him. That inconsistent bounce
Just
that we've
took
come to see from that end. A little bit slower as well.
He just took the pace off that one a little bit, and you can see Carter, having not faced many balls, not used to the speed of the track, just mistiming that through. Keeper fumbles, one bite of the score. 4 for 145 now.
Really needs boundaries from this end, KCC.
Ahmed.
And a swing and a miss.
Again, Singh just not timing that properly. Singh out of his crease.
Really just showing you
throw from the
how
keeper.
difficult it is for the new batsmen to get themselves in. The loss of both Bubba Hyatt and Jamie Atkinson in quick succession has really put the brakes on the scoring. So fair play to Little Saiwan. They've come back very, very well in these last few overs.
Yeah, as you say, you can see how it is difficult just to pick up the pace of the wicket. Two great deliveries, I would say, from Ahmed there, though, coming back after the two wides earlier in the
Yeah, just
over.
taking some pace off.
Singh takes his stance. Again, long time between deliveries. Tanvir. Leg side.
Swing and a miss
Another
again.
wide.
But,
Another wide. Singh would have been looking to take full advantage of that. It was in a hittable area, even though it was called a wide.
he was well through it early.
Just didn't pick up the timing at all. There's the Veggie Kingdom signage down the back of the ground there behind the wicket keeper. Wonderful supporters of cricket at the Kowloon Cricket Club. 120 Canton Road. TST. Very upright stance of Simandeep Singh, the fittest man in Hong Kong.
And that one might be out there to deepish point. And
Where
he's gone.
Very safely taken there, a deepish point. That sees the back of Singh. Never really had to come in and go from ball one. Never really looked comfortable, Matthew.
No, he didn't. Tough wicket, as we said, to get in on. As we see Jay Davison, the Namibian nightmare, and he'll be certainly looking at clearing that front leg and taking a few hefty swipes here.
He's still got some great support back in his home country. We've seen numerous supporters watching on YouTube today from Namibia, Matthew.
Yeah, he's got himself nice and fit for this season as well.
It's very
had that nagging knee injury last season, but he seems to, for the most part, put that behind him.
Little side one will be very happy there. I mean, it's a wicket and it's a dot ball at the same time.
Absolutely. These dot balls at this short KCC pavilion end are absolutely gold.
Tanvir, off his 3.5 overs, has now taken 3 for 21.
Thanks for coming. That's
a day out.
That is a nice day out. Very nice indeed, and he's not done yet.
No, he's still got one delivery left here. May hear Muno down there at
Tanvir coming into Chris Pico Lane Carter. And he's worked that one away nicely out there to deep mid wicket. Just the single.
No look at coming back for 2 there, just the one. So Carter will hold the strike going into the 20th over. Very good over there from Ahmed. We did have a couple of wides within, but he fought back very well.
I think it might have been 3 wides that over actually.
What are we now? 5 for 147.
Well, I think we were on the money in our pre-game analysis, Botters. We said 150, 160, so certainly shaping as that.
But we have been coming to this Kowloon Cricket Club for many years now, and don't want to be too congratulatory. But it did look like a wicket that was going to be around that 160 par.
Yeah, 150, 160 par.
Got Carter taking off stump there. Guard. Who was it earlier that was doing that? It was Bubba, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Again to Hassan. Hassan's going to bowl the final over here. Full toss. Carter just puts it down to long off.
As we're just starting to see a little bit of precipitation.
It's a little heavier than it was, Matthew. Here. There's no doubt about that.
Let's hope we can get through this final over of the KCC innings, and hopefully it can dissipate after that. But it is looking a little dark here, a little overcast. I do think any rain that we have, Botters, might be pretty short-lived. We might get a heavy dump, and then and the fielder down there at Cow Corner did not pick that one up at all.
No, not at all. Davison just flicked that off his toes.
Just the single though, but very slow to move.
Didn't see any movement there from the fielder in the deep. So the rain gets a little bit heavier.
We have seen these afternoon showers that you get this 10-minute dump, Botters, and I think we might be in store for one of those.
Carr puts that down to long off, where they're looking to come back for 2, thinking about it and not coming back for 2.
Obviously the umpires will be wary of the pitch getting too wet.
I think they'll try to get through these last 3 balls. I think Hassan trying to rush through these 3 balls. Again, as it just starts to ease up. Jay Davison wrapped on the back foot. That's very close, and that is out.
Yes, it looked very adjacent.
It did. Umpire Sharoy Vasha says, big Namibian nightmare, you are on your way back to the sheds for 0. No, for 1.
He screwed one away.
He flicked one away to deep mid-wicket there. We've seen our young Nepalese new addition to the...
On debut for the KCC.
On debut.
Not sporting any headwear. That's quite interesting.
It's a wonderful head of hair he's sporting as well, isn't it? It's wonderful to see debutants come through the Premier League. Came across from Pakistan Association in the off-season. Has impressed the coaching staff here at the KCC. Come out and face a couple of balls from Hong Kong's most experienced bowler, Isan Khan, as the rain tumbles down a little heavier here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Shahir.
And that one might be a wide.
I think that's a wide. Wide +1.
Son will be disappointed with that one.
Wide +1 as it would go into the Crick HQ scorebook. Carter gets down to the striker's end. 2 balls remaining, I think. 6-1-5-1.
Oh, and that's a big strike. That one has gone all the way. That is a great shot there from Chris Carter, and just what the doctor ordered.
Oh, it's a wonderful shot from Chris Carter. Has that gone into the bowling club?
That's gone into the bowling club, and probably not known for his big hitting, Chris, but he's certainly got a hold of that one.
What a wonderful shot. Second last ball of the innings. Dispatches Isan Khan. Final ball. Short. Carter goes again, and that is out of here as well.
Wow.
Finishing off with 2 sixes. Chris Carter taking the score to 6 for 159. Collins and Botfield predicted at the start of the innings 160 would be par. You now see Little Side 1 requiring 160 precisely for victory, assuming of course the rain stays away and we can get in the full 20 overs.
Well, if it is going to dump down here, we want it to dump down right about now, Botters. So there'll be a 15-minute or so break in play here.
Actually, the scoreboard at the ground is a little bit behind that on the computer, and the final score with that 6 from Carter is 165.
Boom. Yes, that's a good, very good total in the end, I think. Obviously, Bubba Hyatt being the anchor of the innings.
Bubba Hyatt, 81 off 50 balls, absolutely tremendous innings. Supported at the start of the innings, establishing that platform with Azaz Khan, 23 off 25. Chris Carter cameo, 6 balls for 15 there at the end. Bubba Hyatt crunching 9 sixes all around the ground. Jamie chipping in with 14. On the bowling side of it, Tanvir Ahmed, fantastic 4 overs, 3 for 22. Isan Khan, a little expensive, his 4 overs going for 43, but he did take the 3 wickets. All of the wickets taken by those 2 experienced bowlers. Mohsin Khan bowling 4 overs, none for 30. Dhananjay Rao, very difficult over to Bubba Hyatt, going for 26, none for 35 off his 3 overs. His other 2 overs were fantastic. Bilal Akhtar, 2 overs, none for 16. And Munadar, the veteran, none for 15 off 3 overs. Wonderful. KCC, 165 for 6 at the end of their 20 overs.
Thanks for that, Botters. And yes, we'll take around about a 10-minute break here at the change of innings, and we look forward to having everyone back here for what should be a fantastic finish to this match.
We'll be back with you in 10 minutes or so. Thanks very much.
Well, welcome back here to the live action from the Kowloon Cricket Club here in this all-important Gencor Premier League T20 fixture. KCC batting well there in that first innings, Botters, and notching up 6 for 165. I think it's a very defendable total, but plenty of batting in the LSW lineup and lots of dangers there.
Yeah, I think Kowloon Cricket Club would be happy with that. It was a wonderful platform established by Bubba Hyatt, going on to get 80 odd and his ass can't. And then Chris Carter's little cameo at the end, 2 sixes off the last 2 balls. You know, a long way to go in this match, but it could be very crucial.
So the umpires and players now making their way back onto the ground. That bit of rain that we had just at the close of the KCC innings, that seems to have gone away, certainly for the time being, Botters. But let's hope it stays away for another hour and a half or so.
Yeah, it was looking a little bit dark out in areas. It's just hopefully it's going around us, not coming to us.
As we see the Namibian nightmare Jay Davidson making his way down towards the commentary box here. He'll be a crucial link in the KCC bowling armoury today, bowling from this short pavilion end.
He definitely will. He's just taken his towel and his drink down to his fielding position and now moving up to the top of his mark to bowl the very first over.
So he'll be aiming just to bowl that short of a length line, that nagging line outside off stump. Plenty of slower balls, I fancy.
Yeah, and he does it so well. He really does. He executes beautifully. He knows this ground. He knows this wicket. He knows the lines he needs to bowl. Just needs to execute them.
Certainly moving a lot freer, more freely this year, Jay.
I think he's feeling very, very good in his body.
Maybe trimmed down just a few kegs.
I think definitely. I think he has. Who are our opening batsmen here for Little Saiwan? Ishan Ayaz will be one, I would suggest.
Yes, and Ibrahim Mohammed, I think.
Ibrahim Mohammed
as well. So strap in, ladies and gentlemen. There should be an enthralling finish to this one. I've got a feeling it will probably go down to the wire, Botters.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. He's at the non-striking end now. Ihsan Ayaz, he's a tremendous destructive batsman. In the first game for Little Saiwan this year, he scored a 54. And that's a nick.
He's got a nick on that one.
I think the umpire at the bowling end is just checking with umpire Vasher that it carried. There's been no signal given for out.
I think that's actually hit the very end of the bat, Botters.
I think it has hit the toe of the bat, and the umpires are just having a little conversation here about, I can only guess, about whether the ball carried or not. From our vantage position, it seemed to do so. Nervous wait for Ibrahim.
And he's
been given, yeah.
Well, a disastrous start here from Little Saiwan. Really just a loosener from Davison, and it's hit the toe of the bat and just carried to Chris Carter there.
Oh, that's exactly what Little Saiwan didn't want. It was a wild slash outside off stump, as Matthew articulated. Toe of the bat, through to Carter, leaning forward, takes the catch. First wicket down, first ball. Jay Davidson again. Not the best delivery I've seen him bowl at the Kowloon Cricket Club, but it goes down in the scorebook as caught behind.
Yeah, well, sometimes you bowl good ones and don't get rewarded. So,
bad balls get wickets.
Indeed, and I think that probably would have been very close to a wide had he not hit it.
Yeah, so we see Ibrahim Mohammed back in the sheds for a golden duck.
And who have we got coming out to bat now, Botters? Have we got?
Trying to pick it up on the monitor. Rumesh Rupasinghe coming out. To face the second delivery. So Davidson ready to go. Waiting for Rupasinghe to take his mark. Down the leg side for a wide.
A little wayward here early, Jay. Just got to get his radar right.
Yeah, sprayed one down the offside for a wicket and pushed that one just down the leg side.
As Davidson comes in again.
To Rupa Singh. In the slot, edge and gone. Caught behind. Jay Davidson has put the opener and the number 3 back in the sheds within 3 deliveries.
Looked a loose shot. We'll obviously have a chance to have a look at the replay, but it looked a very loose shot. Not really giving himself a chance to get in there. And let's have a look here. Yeah, very, very loose shot. He'll be disappointed with that, the young man.
I mean, we've had 2 legal deliveries, 2 wickets.
Incredible, and it looks like it's Islam Khan, the very experienced cricketer, coming out to the crease now. Really, it's going to be up to him to take some responsibility here and put a big score together.
Yeah, I mean, that's a disastrous start for little Saiwan. The captain will step to the wicket. He's going to have to take time, establish himself out in the middle.
And an absolute dream start here for KCC.
Try to put this innings back on some sort of positive trajectory for little Saiwan. Isan just struggling a little with his helmet out there when Jamie Atkinson coming across from first slip to assist him. Very competitive cricket in Hong Kong, of course, but also all these players have known each other for many years, most of them, and arch rivals, but also help each other when they can.
So we've got a hat-trick here on board, Botters, for legal deliveries anyway.
Yeah, 2 legal deliveries, 2 wickets, 1 wide in the middle.
Exotic
hat-trick on board. As Jay Davidson comes in for his exotic hat-trick. And defended well by Isan. You're not going to see any loose, rash shots early from Isan today.
Well, you'd like to think not. And look, unfortunately here we've just got a little bit of rain coming back.
Yeah, I don't think it's not enough to trouble. The pigeons are certainly enjoying it.
Intent constitution of a game, I think it's 5 overs. 5 overs constitutes a game, so
a bit of welcome relief for the birds, the rain. There's Davidson again, defended by Isan.
And well bowled.
Matthew, that is getting quite heavy now, this shower.
Yes, it is.
Hopefully the umpires will give it a little bit of time just to see if it blows away, as it regularly does at the Kowloon Cricket Club.
Umpires now just communicating with each other. I think if it gets any heavier, Botters, they will need to come off, but let's hope it blows away.
Yeah, stays like this will be okay. Jay Davidson. Well, a very good delivery. Probably a little bit of movement away there, I would say.
It's just getting a bit heavier here.
Wind picking up a little. Need to shut the window to the commentary box. There's a little bit of rain coming through the window.
Umpire to see Bakari looking skyward and taking his hat off just to feel the weight of the rain on his forehead.
I think the top of his head has probably experienced much rain over the years, and he's just removing the cap, the wide brim cap, just to measure the heaviness of the rain as Davidson comes through the shower. Full toss, probably slipped out of his hand a little bit.
That might be a no ball, that one. Yes, it is. Umpire Thatcher very quickly onto that one, and I think he got that one right.
No, I think he did as well. I think that one's probably just slipped out. Jay apologising to his son there, I see. It's just slipped out with the this little bit of weather we're experiencing at the moment.
As the umpires looking to come together here, no, they're going to continue on. I mean, it does look relatively light overhead at the moment. I do think this is maybe just a brief sun shower, but let's hope so anyway.
As the sun seems to be poking itself back out from behind the clouds.
Certainly getting on the heavier side now.
Yeah, at the same time with the sun coming out, umpires just want to give this a little bit of time, I think. 2 wickets for 3 runs. Jay Davidson's bowled 5 deliveries. This is his first one to Ayaz, who I said was very destructive in Little Saiwan's first game, 54. Hasn't faced a ball, and he's got 2 of his teammates back in the sheds. Jay Davidson. Ayaz picks that up off his hip, flicks it round the corner, just going to take the one. And
That'll run a bit harder there, I thought, that first one. Almost 2 on there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was, 2 for 4 at the end of the first. The rain is becoming heavier and more steady as well. Umpires having a little get together. Sharoy Vasha knows the weather here very well in KCC. The sun has come back out. Umpire Vasha looking at the heavens, knows where the rain's coming from. Confident going to stay out there, at least to begin this second over.
And I think a little bit of common sense prevailing here. I mean,
well, you can see Chris Carter has now moved down to our end, sporting quite a long shadow.
I do notice he's got the towel now. He didn't bat with the towel earlier today, which was somewhat unusual. But
now, for once, that towel might come in very handy with the getting some of the water off the ball, maybe. Zaz Khan's going to open the bowling from the bowling club end. Jay Davidson moved back down to his position, his regular fielding position of fine leg. It'll be a Zaz to Ayaz when we get back underway. 12th man for little Saiwan Anch Doshi sprinting out onto the ground, giving Nishan Khan a towel. Just wiping his blade to make sure he's got firm grip.
That rain seems to be easing a little there, Botters.
Yeah, it has. It's eased up now. Isan obviously been watching Chris Carter, deposited that towel. Back of his shirt, top of his trousers. Ayaz taking strike. 2 for 4. Azaz Khan. Full outside off, misses, no wide, through to Chris Carter.
Plenty of energy here in the field from KCC. They're up and about, and why wouldn't you be at 2 for 4?
A lot of noise from first slip skipper Jamie Atkinson, and also at cover from the debutant Shahir. It's good to see him getting himself in the game. Azaz Khan. Stop again, inside edge.
Big swing and squeeze that one down to shortish fine leg. I'm not sure that sort of shot at the moment is what LSW need. I think it's got to build a bit of a partnership here and look to push it around for a few overs and swing some momentum their way again.
The two in the middle are key, and they've got to take responsibility, and they've got to rebuild this innings, which is somewhat fractured with those 2 early wickets off Jay Davidson's first over. Khan cuts him in half.
Well,
over the top of leg stump, taken
a very good take. A very good take in the end by Chris Carter.
A wonderful take from Carter. It's not a long boundary down there. If that beats him, that's 3 for 4 buys.
That's 100% a 4.
KCC field is very encouraged by that delivery from Azaz Khan as he comes in again. Full and bowled him. Well, I can't say I'm surprised by that. That was an absolutely sensational delivery. The one before cut him in half. That one there. Top of the stumps. Little side one. Tremendously difficult position now at 3 for 4.
So we take a look at the replay. Looked as though it swung into the left-hander. Yes, it has.
A lot of movement.
Yeah, that's swung in a long way.
Wow.
So tremendous delivery there from Azaz Khan.
Wowee, and boy oh boy, Matthew Collins.
Yeah, this is quite an unbelievable start here from KCC, and LSW now with it all ahead of them. I'm afraid it's going to be a very tough assignment from here, but you never know. 2020 cricket can sometimes provide some incredible twists and turns. So stay with us, and as we see this innings unfold.
Yeah, 3 for 4. Goes without saying they're in a lot of trouble. There's a little bit of confusion here in the Saiwan camp because Rumesh has just come out wearing number 69, which was the same jersey sported earlier, I do believe.
Oh, was it? Okay.
No. This is Kellett, is it? Wearing the 69. Well, it didn't get a lot of work earlier. This jersey only faced one delivery, so it's the second delivery this jersey will face today.
Oh,
And
beautiful fielding there from Simandeep Singh at gully. Went quite quickly to him.
so this is Kellett sporting the Rumesh's shirt. Currently faced the same amount of balls. It was very well fielded there, wasn't it? The goal.
Yeah, very tidy work there from Simandeep Singh. Fittest man in Hong Kong
Biggest
cricket.
man in Hong Kong. Hasn't Azars hit the spots in his first over?
Yeah, it's look like he bowled, I'll say, okay in the first couple
Yeah.
of the Premier League games, the 2020 games, but today his pace seems to be up a notch, and I think he's really got the radar on today. Looks a different bowler.
It's the end of the second over. 3 wickets for 4 runs. It's, young Kellett's out there at the wicket. Young Kellett out there at the wicket now. Came across in the off-season from playing Saturday cricket last year with the SCC Lancers, actually, and moved across to Little Sky One. Made his Premier League debut in the earlier game this season.
Very nice.
It's wonderful to see young cricketers getting opportunities at the Premier League level.
So Jay Davison again from the KCC Pavilion end. Incredible start for Jay with the 2 wickets in his first over.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful first over.
And that's short and put away beautifully.
No, it's a wonderful shot from Hassan Khan there. Matthew, you might just go around the grounds quickly for Veggie Kingdom, 7th floor VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST. Look, up at the Hong Kong Cricket Club. Hong Kong Cricket Club put together 5 for 174 off their 20 overs. Magnificent Nizakat 87 providing the bedrock there. In the second innings, only 2 balls bowled, Pakistan Association none for 4, but the match is paused. So as Davidson comes back in. And Ihsan Khan has got hold of that. Davidson a little bit too short. Ihsan Khan pulling it over mid-on for 4. Back-to-back boundaries.
2 beautiful shots there from Ihsan Khan. As we mentioned earlier, extremely experienced cricketer, and yeah, he's more than capable of resurrecting this innings on his own.
And he's got to do that. He's got to still, even though there's 3 wickets down, he's got to still be prepared to put those balls away. The 4 balls have still got to go. It looks like up the hill they might be getting more rain than we are here, Matthew.
Yes, well, obviously 5 overs constitutes a game, so they wouldn't have had that up there. So we'll keep you posted as best we can on the outcome there.
There's only been 2 balls bowled, which I think is the same amount of balls that Rumesh's jersey has faced today. A bit of water on the ball. KCC fielders just taking that little bit of time to dry it off before handing it back to the Namibian Nightmare, who comes in again. And Ihsan goes high. This is going to be out. A Tikak bowl at mid-on, comes in, makes absolutely no mistake, and we see the fall of the 4th wicket with 12 runs on the board. Captain Ihsan Khan, very disappointed in himself, swings the bat on his right-hand side, replays the shot, which there's not a lot point doing at the moment because he won't be batting again till Wednesday.
So the LSW are playing again Wednesday, are they?
Wednesday public holiday here in Hong Kong, celebrating the Mid-Autumn Festival, and there is a couple of Premier League games on. KCC will enjoy the bye on Wednesday, and we'll be back here again at Kowloon Cricket Club next Sunday for KCC's final match of the tournament before the final against United Services Recreation Club.
Well, Jay Davison now, he's been the destroyer here. 3 wickets in his first 2 overs. Quite a incredible performance. Good catch there in the end by Atik.
Yeah, it wasn't straightforward.
I mean, it was one of those ones you'd be disappointed in if you dropped, but it certainly wasn't easy. The wind here at the KCC at the moment is a little bit swirly, and it went quite high, that one.
It did, and it was well taken. Mayran Zeb coming out now.
Moran Zeb, I think, is our new batsman.
Wonderful young batsman from Little
yes.
Saiwan.
Yes, indeed.
Seen some very impressive performances from Mayran over time. As far as he's concerned, this is game on. Well, little Saiwan are well in this. Mayron will not be giving up at all.
Won't be doing wondering.
Davidson. Oh, wonderful line, wonderful length. Through Zeb.
Really got the radar going now, hasn't he, Davidson? He's up and about.
He has. Got the breeze behind him. He's feeling good about himself. 3 wickets. Not at the end of his second over. Sun back out. Clouds are breaking. Fuller, leading edge. Zaz
another one.
mid-off, takes the catch. Zeb not picking up the pace of the wicket early, just held up a little bit. Leading edge, all he could find was the leading edge, down to Azaz Khan at mid-off. Little Saiwan, 5 for 12.
Wowee, and boy oh boy, Botters. 4 wickets for Davison. This is quite an incredible performance. And the little Saiwan innings now in official tatters.
Oh, it's in absolute tatters. Absolute tatters. They need to take some time to regroup. They need to establish a partnership. You've got young Kellett out there playing only his second game for little Saiwan. Has only faced the 2 deliveries so far. It's a wonderful opportunity for him to establish himself as a key core component of this little Saiwan Premier League side. Is that Munir? Munir
may well be, I think.
The veteran.
Certainly can bat, let me tell you.
Oh, it's many a time we've seen Dar get little Saiwan across the line. And this is wonderful. The new little Saiwan player in Kellett partnered up with the experienced campaigner in Dar. If they can establish a partnership, I'm not prepared to say little Saiwan are totally out of this. They're certainly behind the 8 ball.
No, definitely not. I think another quick one here though, and I think it'd make it awfully difficult.
Just a quick shout out to Samuel Taylor in Brisbane, who's joined us. Wonderful supporter of Hong Kong cricket, wonderful supporter of associate cricket, totally, from his base in Brisbane with his lovely young family. Good afternoon, Samuel. Thanks for joining. Batsman crossed. Kellett on. No, Kellett.
It's another wicket. No ball.
No ball. So Azaz Khan has come in. Kellett has flashed outside off stump. It's gone straight to Wakas Barkat at point and is caught. Umpire Sharoy Vasha had extended his arm to signal no ball. They're not 5. They're not 6 for. They remain 5 for. And Kellett has the fun of a free hit, Matthew.
Well, I think this has now become a bit of an issue for Azaz Khan. He bowled several no balls in the last fixture, and I believe in the first match against Pakistan Association also bowled a few.
Let's see what the young man can do with this.
He's got to get it right.
Slower ball.
Only a matter of time before one of these no balls is going to cost you a wicket. And
Sharoy Vasha signals wide, so the free hit remains.
And it was a very good catch there by Simandeep Singh, the fittest man in Hong Kong.
Oh, I thought it was Wakas Barkat out there. No.
I think it was Simandeep Singh.
Jay Davison just trying to have a conversation with the commentators here.
He's definitely up and about, isn't he?
Oh, and there's a slower ball. Kellett advanced down the wicket trying to take advantage, but just managed to not make any contact at all. Yeah, I mean, what, Jay's taken 4 wickets in his 2 overs. I mean, tremendous start from the Namibian nightmare. You know, this is actually very crucial, this, Matthew, because finals positions could come down to net run rate.
Absolutely.
And if this onslaught from KCC continues, it could put them a long way to being in the final.
Oh, and just wafting at that one outside off stump. Azaz Khan, I mean, aside from the no ball, he's bowled absolutely beautifully as well from the top end, getting the ball to swing away from the right hander, and he got that one to the lefty early that knocked over his castle. So, yeah, he's bowling, in my view, the best I've seen in this season.
Yeah, you can't fault this bowling from the KCC openers. It's been tremendous. Kellett again to face Azaz. Another no ball, Matthew.
Yeah, it
He's
is
falling back into his old
it's definitely becoming a problem.
his old tricks. Let's see if he can take more advantage of this free hit. This is a free hit. I didn't miss a delivery, did I?
And just a single off that one.
Flat batted round just in front of square. Gets Kellett off the mark. Dar now to face his first ball.
Looks like he's taking a leg stump guard there to Khan.
Just looking at the Veggie Kingdom weather wall, Matthew. Still hovering around the 30-degree mark, but those clouds seem to have broken up and we may not get any more showers.
Well, cross fingers, Botters. I think we'll be pretty fortunate if we can get through this one without any interruptions.
It's left outside off stump. Of course, Veggie Kingdom weather wall brought to you by Veggie Kingdom, 7th floor, VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST. Wonderful signs they've erected around the KCC boundary today, sporting the Veggie Kingdom logo. .4 overs, 16 for 5 or 5 for 16 depending on where you're from. Zaz.
Oh, that's a beautiful delivery there from Azaz Khan.
He's bowled a wonderful couple of overs, Matthew.
Getting it to swing away lovely to the right-hander.
Absolutely wonderful, wonderful couple of overs. He's only taken the one wicket, but he could have had a couple more.
Yes. Azaz Khan comes in again from the bowling green end. That's a little wider. Umpire Vatcher unmoved, however.
It's the end of the 4th over. 5 for 16. We're going to see Jay again, do you think?
Yes, I mean he'll continue, I think, and I mean, why wouldn't you throw the ball to him again?
It's been an absolute on a destruction mission here. He's bowled 2 overs, 4 for 12.
Wowee.
You wouldn't be able to get the ball out of his hands if you wanted to. Full, wide, outside off stump.
Swing and a miss.
And missed.
KCC will be looking to get through this 5th over. Well, obviously that will then constitute a game regardless of any rate interruptions we have from here on in. So clearly KCC well ahead in terms of the run rate. So yeah, they'll be looking to get this one away.
Yeah, well, we haven't been delivered the DLS sheets here as yet, but they'll be... Little slow one will be a long way behind the requirements. Davidson played down to 3rd man for a single. Bring Dar on strike. It's a great opportunity here for Kellett. You know, obviously very difficult circumstances, but it gives him an opportunity to establish himself out in the middle and establish himself as a key part of the batting lineup for Little Saiwan.
Absolutely.
And doing it with the experience of Dar. He's taking his guard now. 5 for 16. Davidson comes back in.
Oh, beautiful delivery there from
Dar just
Davidson.
moving around in his crease there, trying to put Jay off, and Jay just bowled the full of ball and beats him.
He hooked him magnificently, didn't he?
Yes, yes. Wonderful delivery. So difficult to face when he's in this vein of form, Jay.
As we see Harry Styles passing us here in front of the commentary box.
12th man, Jaden Botfield, delivering Jay seemingly another bottle of water for the completion of this, his third over. Leaving it down at the fine leg boundary. Davidson, left outside, off stump by Dar. Seemingly going to take a little time to try to get himself in. Sun's back out now, Matthew.
Yes, it is. Good to see. It was looking a little worrying there at the conclusion of the KCC innings. It was getting very dark and that rain was getting heavier.
Davidson. Full toss.
Direct hit could be a problem here. Oh!
It is a direct hit, and the umpire says not out. It ended up being a well taken single, but it was very close.
A magnificent piece of fielding there by Azaz Khan. Absolutely picked it up cleanly. Paused momentarily and
took
hit the
aim.
stumps.
Probably aiming at 1.5 stumps there, and made no mistake. But the batsman had made his ground.
He was only in by a whisker there.
Yeah,
but that's all that you need to be.
Yeah. Keller gets a full toss mid-iron. This is a ends up a well taken single. It could have been tight if it picked up cleanly, which he didn't. So Keller gets the single. That completes the over. I think the score is 5 for 19 at the end of the 5th over. And for comparison, KCC at the end of their 5th over were none for 33. Mr. Paul Cotter is joining us from Sydney, I see, Matthew.
G'day, Paul.
Wonderful supporter of Kowloon Cricket Club and associate cricket in general. Spent many years here in Hong Kong and at the Kowloon Cricket Club, and has relocated back to Sydney with his wonderful young family.
Yes, great shout out there, and a keen D supporter in the AFL, I believe.
He'll be very excited with the current situation in the AFL in Australia.
Of course, that AFL Grand Final coming up this coming Saturday between the Melbourne Demons and the Western Bulldogs.
Back to Azaz. Full, beats Kellett outside off stump. Another tremendous delivery, picking up exactly where he left off his first 2 overs. Kellett just really struggling to track the movement of Azaz Khan, who comes in again. There's no run.
And well fielded there by Wakas Barkat, very dangerous fieldsman.
It is Wakas Barkat behind
I think
point
they might
there.
have changed.
Did they change?
Yeah, you got Simo there at sort of a whitish gully, I guess you'd call it.
Fittest man in Hong Kong, Simandeep Singh.
Very fit man.
Wide gully. Okay, Davidson just a fine leg, now moved up inside the circle. Ahan Trivedi at mid-off. Might see him throw the ball, the young 16-year-old off-spinner, later in the innings. Azaz Khan. Full, driven by Kellett. To Azaz Khan, to Ahan, who throws.
Oh no!
And umpire Vasher has said not out.
Wowee.
Wonderful piece of fielding by Trivedi there at mid-off.
Wowee.
Direct hit. I mean, Sharoy's obviously better placed than us, Matthew.
Let's have a look at the
decision. Let's have a look at the replay.
Let's have a look at the replay. Must be perilously close. Ooh, obviously hard for us to see.
Not the perfect camera angle to opine upon the decision of Vasher. We'll go with him. He's better placed than us.
Yes, indeed. Was that young Ahan there throwing the stumps?
It was,
down?
yeah. Tremendous fielding by Ahan. Oh, that's too high for
too
LBW.
high, but certainly not of pullable height.
Yeah. Speaking, Matthew, of young Ahan Trivedi, this will be his last game as a 16-year-old for KCC today. We'll celebrate his birthday this Friday. We'll turn 17.
Our baby will be no more.
Our baby will be 17. So anyone out there, Ahan is very active on Instagram. So any fans out there, if you want to wish Ahan a happy birthday on Friday, please feel free to do so. As Azaz comes back in, pulls out, well, Dar actually pulled out. Oh, we have someone unaware that there is a cricket match going on and has walked in front of the sight screen and in front of the Veggie Kingdom sign banner down there, just as Azaz Khan was about to release the ball. And the young lady has now moved further along the KCC boundary, out of sight of the sight screen, out of the batter's eyes. We should be back underway here in a second or two. Yeah, Trivedi very, very active on Instagram and other social media.
As is Simandeep Singh, his Instagram's... Yeah, Simandeep Singh as well, his Instagram account has a lot of follows, and
fittest man in Hong Kong. Does not surprise me. He would have a huge social media presence,
showcasing his athletic ability on there.
It's actually lucky that Ahan Trivedi is out on the field today. He left home this morning very early, arrived at the ground very early, and realised he'd brought his whites with him, Matthew.
What was he thinking?
He'd left his Veggie Kingdom Premier League outfit at home. Just left outside off stump. Yes, I had to hightail it back home. His father Kanhai had laid the Veggie Kingdom Premier League uniform out across the bed, which the young man had totally ignored, put the whites in the bag, thinking he was playing Saturday League, not realising what day it was, probably very excited with his 17th birthday coming up. Anyway, all's well that's ended well. He's here, he's got the right gear on. Didn't get a bat, might get a bowl.
I think he's going to get a bowl pretty soon, Butters.
Seen Jay Davidson now out of the attack, throwing the ball to Atiq Iqbal.
Ul Rehman.
6 overs gone, 5 for 20.
And he's just going to nibble away at that fourth stump, Butters.
Just bowls dangerous lines, dangerous length. Tries to make the batsman do all the work.
Plenty of variations.
Very difficult to face. It's the pigeons have now assembled themselves around the Veggie Kingdom banners at the bowling club end. Wouldn't surprise if they move over to the shade of the Eastview Apartments later in the day, but at the moment they seem very comfortable down there behind keeper Chris Carter as Atiq comes in foolish, straight back to the bowler. Iqbal, smile on his face, enjoying his cricket, throwing the ball at 5 for 20. Why wouldn't you? Oh, that's edge, that's gone, that's outside off stump. Chris Carter standing up to the stumps off the bowling of Iqbal takes a wonderful catch. That sees Kellett removed. 4 runs off his 13 balls faced. Matthew, 5 for 20 has just turned into 6 for 20.
Yes, incredible performance here thus far with the ball, KCC. Obviously, Jay Davison with 4 wickets, and now Atiq chiming in with just his second ball. I mentioned earlier he's going to sort of aim at that sort of fourth stump. That's what he's sort of well known for. Plenty of variations, and that was a great catch by Chris.
Look, it was a wonderful catch, and you know, Atiq would have been so pleased to see that go clearly to Carter's hands, but there would be no one more pleased than those pigeons I was talking about earlier. We were down behind Carter. If Carter misses that, those pigeons were right in the danger zone. Second ball, I think that was from Iqbal. Picks up.
Yep, second ball.
Picks up the wicket.
And who's our new incoming batsman?
Is it Tanvi?
I think it might be Tanny. Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Tanvir Ahmed.
I've seen him put balls out of this Calvin Cricket Club ground, Matthew. I've seen him put many a ball over the years out of this ground. he can get himself in, just get his eye in, have a look at a few, and try to be destructive.
Teak now in.
Full.
Oh, delightful delivery there from Teak.
I'll just quickly go round the grounds for Veggie Kingdom, 7th floor VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST, chasing 175 for victory. Pakistan Association are 1 for 15 at the end of the third over. So run rate of 5, wickets in hand.
So they're back on. They're back on up there, aren't they? Because they were done for 4.
Yeah, they're definitely back on. I can't tell you if they've lost any overs to.
I think they must have.
I think they have. It says overs remaining 15, so it looks like they've lost 2 overs to the rain up at Hong Kong Cricket Club. We've been quite lucky here. Iqbal, full, just pushed out to the leg side. The man on the off the deep mid-wicket boundary will come in and field that. That is Simandeep Singh, the fittest man in Hong Kong. Returns it in. Ball makes its way back to Iqbal. Change, moving Bubba Hyatt from the leg side off to plug that gap.
Shortish cover.
Shortish cover, yeah. Iqbal Foolish again, hit down the ground,
and
just to the left
all the way.
Box for 6, where I will go and retrieve that ball. No, our cameraman has retrieved the ball, returned it to Azaz.
Jeez, that was a beautiful shot. He just leant on that, didn't he?
That's what he can do. That's what he can do.
Didn't try to overhit it. It was just a beautiful shot.
But a little bit short of that time. Ahmed thinking about 2 and not coming back for it. Not on Simandeep Singh, the fittest man in Hong Kong's arm. That is the end of the over. Score has rocketed to 6 for 22. With that 6 from Tanveer Ahmed. Well, Bubba hit 9 of them.
It was a very, very explosive innings, wasn't it?
If Tanveer can hit 9 or 10 of them, you never know in T20 cricket, do you? Pigeons are starting to make their way into the bowler's run-up up that area, getting very adventurous.
Bowling change here.
Bowling change at the bowling club end.
Vickers will be coming on from the KCC. The bowling green end.
Bowls very quick, Vikas, doesn't he, Matthew?
I'd say he's probably the quickest of the KCC bowlers.
Yeah, if you go back 2 years, he had the pace, but he didn't have the control. And over the last season, we've seen Vikas really control his pace a lot more, and has found his way into the Premier League squad and into that All-Star series as well.
Absolutely.
Left outside off stump through to keeper Carter. I'll quickly take you through the Little Saiwan scorecard. It doesn't read very well from a Little Saiwan perspective. Ibrahim Mohammed out for 0. His opening partner Ayaz managed 1 before Azaz Khan bowled him. Sharma comes in. Defended back to the bowler. Sharma has a shy at the stumps, cleaned up by Carter. No run. Rumesh Rupasinghe came out sporting the number 69 shirt. Was caught behind for 0 of a golden duck. Isan Khan then came in. Couple of boundaries, but went for 9 off 8 balls. Then Kellett came in, again wearing the 69 of Rumesh Rupasinghe. He managed 4 off 15 deliveries before Iqbal put him back in the sheds, caught behind Carter. As Vikas pitches up, quick single to cover, well taken single. Mehran Zeb, caught by Azaz Khan off the bowling of Jay Davidson. Again, a duck. We've got Tanveer Ahmed out there now on 9, not out. joined by Dar on 2 not out. Good start here by Sharma, Matthew.
Yeah, he's certainly found his line and length pretty early here, and he'll be looking to join the party.
Very hungry for wickets. Cast full outside off stump, left by Dar. Just having a look at the Veggie Kingdom weather wall, still around 30 degrees. The sun is shining right above the KCC, but there are some darkish clouds surrounding us.
Yes, I think it's going to be a little bit that way for the rest of the afternoon, Bodders. The threat of a downpour is not going to go away, I don't think.
Not at all. Veggie Kingdom, of course, at the 7th floor, VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST. Sharma comes in. Full.
Oh, and a great pick up there by Bubba Hyatt. He slipped as he fielded that one and was able to sort of correct himself and one-handed save.
Yeah, there may be a little bit of wet on the ground just from the earlier rain. Wonderful crowd up there on the KCC balcony today, and also over in the pool area. I can see Tobias Hogg up there at the top of the pool area.
Yes, indeed. Give us a wave, Tobias.
Pool pavilion.
Oh, beautifully fielded there by Vikas.
Wonderful fielding. That came back at the rate of knots, and he stuck out one hand and saved at least one, potentially more. That's the end of the 8th over. The score, 6 wickets for 30.
So we'll have a teak continuing here again from the KCC pavilion end. Great first over from Atik, getting that wicket off the second ball, the caught behind. Great catch there by Chris Carter.
Yeah, it was. He did go for a 6 off the ground where he just overpitched a little to Tanvir. He's
that
just
was
got
a beautiful shot.
Yeah, it was. He just leant on it and went all the way over Azaz Khan's head for 6 runs. I'd be surprised if Atik makes that same mistake again. He'll go back of a length again, Matthew.
I would think so.
Just in case Azaz Khan has been moved onto the boundary here at long off as Atik comes in. Foolish, let go outside the off stump.
And very well taken there by Chris Petticoat Lane Carter.
It's keeping very well. Azaz Khan earlier, as I mentioned, down on the boundary here with us at deep long off. Bowled a beautiful spell of bowling, 1 for 5 off his 3 overs. Some of those deliveries were actually unplayable, the movement.
Yeah, he was getting a lot of swing, wasn't he?
Iqbal, full. Pushed into the leg side, thinking about 2. Dar wants 2, there won't be 2 as Davidson cleans up and throws it back into Iqbal.
He's got a very good arm, then it'd be a nightmare. Would have been a brave call to go for a second on his arm.
I did like the intent of Dar though. I did like
put
the
some
intent.
pressure on. Why
That's
not?
right.
Sometimes you can force a misfield and you're able to get back for that extra run.
Come back for that second.
That has been crunched.
Absolutely crunched, splitting the 2 fielders out there, the long on and the deep mid wicket, and that has gone for 4. What a beautiful shot, Matthew, right off the centre of his bat.
It was right off the meat of the bat.
Rocketed to the boundary there, underneath the KCC clubhouse pavilion.
And there are 2 fielders down there. You've got Jay Davidson and Bubba Hyatt, who are Bubba down there at Cow Corner, and Jay had a whitish bit on, I guess you'd say, and they had no hope.
No, they were never a chance. Iqbal in. Good length. No run there.
Well fielded there by Barkat.
Just thinking, Matthew, with these Veggie Kingdom signs, do you know if there's been any chat around the KCC committee about any prizes for players who might hit those signs on the full?
Well, I think it's something we can talk about. I think we can put in a request, perhaps. I think it's a great idea.
Well, there's 4 signs, either side of the sight screens at either end.
Perhaps a free feed at Veggie Kingdom.
I just think, back in the day, Mercantile Mutual Cup in Australia.
I remember that, yes, indeed.
Iqbal. Cut away, no run. Fielded a point, Wakas Barker. Yeah, I think it was back in the day, if you hit the Mercantile Mutual sign in the one day in the New South Wales, I think it was 100,000 Australian dollars.
As much as that?
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was reasonable amount of money. I'm not suggesting that'll be the
It's a
sort
few
of
rounds
prize
of drinks there, Botters.
Yeah, maybe. Iqbal. Edge.
And that has gone past the shortish third man. They'll come back for a second. Look, he played across the line on that one, Dar.
Yeah, just found his outside edge. Maybe eat free for a month at Veggie Kingdom, something like that. Family eats free for a month.
Oh, well, that's a huge prize, Botters. Getting a bit carried away there, aren't you, son?
I just want to bounce these things around. I think
we'll have a word to the committee and see what we can do.
Veggie Kingdom, of course, 7th floor, VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST. Also see a banner over there today for the Fairbreak International 2022.
Well, that's going to be bigger than
scheduled
Texas,
for March 2022. A lot of excitement around Hong Kong for that.
Most certainly, some of the best women's cricketers in the world coming to Hong Kong for a great tournament.
37 runs, 6 down. What are we at the end of? End of the 9th over.
As Vickers comes in from the bowling green end. Oh, very full and hit firmly, and
nearly caught that on the rebound.
It's going to go down as a drop catch, but I think he's saved 4, to be honest. That was absolutely smashed back at him, and he did extremely well to get a paw out and stop that one.
Quite a quick, heavy shower just blowing across the ground now. It's just come in, and the umpires are calling the KCC groundsman onto the ground, I do believe. Shoroi Vasha knows this place very well, knows where the weather is coming from.
Yeah, certainly getting heavy now. That's come from nowhere, Botters.
Now, I haven't got the DLS scores in front of me. I haven't been past that, but I can guarantee you Little Saiwan would not be ahead on DLS.
No, and it's definitely getting heavier now. So the right call made here by umpires Batcher and Bakari. Ground staff looking to get those covers on as soon as possible.
Very, very heavy now. Very heavy. Taking a bit of time getting the heavy covers or folded up over there.
Look, hopefully, this blows through pretty quickly and players can get out there as soon as possible. As I mentioned in the pre-game, Botters, we have had these sort of 10-minute afternoon dumps here over the last few weeks, so let's hope that's all it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely not saying that we've seen the last ball bowled here this afternoon. It can clear up pretty quickly, although it is quite heavy. Stumps are out. I see a couple of the KCC players just actually lending a hand just to speed up the process of getting the covers onto the wicket. We've got young Ahan Trivedi, Atiq Iqbal helping out the groundsman, which is fantastic to see, as well as Path Bhagwat, 12th or 13th man for today, doing a wonderful job helping the groundsman get those covers on as quick as possible to keep as much water off the wicket as possible, as we've got a rain delay here. 6 for 37, Little Saiwan chasing 166 for victory after Kowloon Cricket Club earlier posted a score of 6 for 165. The rain's not easing up, so yeah, I've just been handed the Duckworth Lewis. At this stage, Little Saiwan would need to be 97. And of course they're nowhere near that at this point in time.
No, Botters, and I think what we might do is just take a little bit of break in proceedings. We'll come back to you as soon as we have any more information for you as to when play might recommence. So
we'll look to come back on at least 5 minutes before the restart of play. If we do get restart of play, there's still just over 10 overs left, but we'll be leaving you now for a break and looking forward to rejoining you later this afternoon. Don't forget, if you're in Hong Kong and looking for a wonderful vegetarian meal, Veggie Kingdom, 7th floor, VIP Commercial Centre, 120 Canton Road, TST. Veggie Kingdom aims to infuse Cantonese vegetarian culture with modern culinary elements to create new and unique vegetarian dishes. And with that, we'll sign off and hopefully back with you when the rain ceases.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, some sad news from the ground today. Kowloon Cricket Club versus the Asker Little Saiwan Cricket Club Premier League match has now been called off due to rain. We hope you can join us next time for our next Premier League match. The result ended up being Kowloon Cricket Club winning by 60 runs through DLS method, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.